Welcome to Local SEO in 10. This is your go-to podcast for answers about how you can grow your local business online, easily and quickly. Brought to you by local SEO experts, Magnified Media in Walnut Creek, California. In each 10-minute episode, our digital marketing expert, Adam Duran, answers your questions on how you can get more leads for your business fast. Remember, if you're not taking care of this part of your business right now, you can bet your competitors are. And now, here's our host with the questions, Jamie Duran, and our expert with the answers, Adam Duran.
Hello, Adam.
Hey, Jamie.
All right. How was your week?
Going good. I have today,
Ooh.
I'm going to be talking about my predictions for 2025 and local SEO and how business owners, basically, they should be aware of these three major waves that I see coming. All right.
Yeah.
And there, for SEO in general, there are a ton of changes a coming. And they've already started, of course, because of AI and ChatGPT and these other generative AIs that are coming. So these will affect the local market and your local search market, and you should be preparing for them. And so if you're listening to this podcast, I highly recommend you take to heart what I will say during this podcast.
Got it.
Okay?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yep.
I always try and make these podcasts really full of information and actionable. So local business owners, I know we are weirdly a really small niche, but when you search for SEO stuff on your own, a lot of times, or the majority of the information is going to be for much larger websites or e-commerce or, Amazon kind of stores, not for you, the local business owner. And those are actually very different because they have different strategies involved in different markets, all that stuff. So local SEO is what we focus on here because, that's who I love to help. Okay.
Yep. Sounds
All
good.
right. Number one is definitely AI is going to keep growing, and it's going to start impacting those local SEO services. So what I mean by this is, before now, if I was going to start an agency or start learning how to do SEO, most of my efforts would be on building something called an affiliate website. So an affiliate website would be something like, what's the best barbecue for my family? So you start writing articles about barbecues. Sounds crazy, right?
So any business should be writing articles about
No.
barbecue?
No. So until now, these affiliate websites. If I'm going to do SEO as a business, most of my efforts will be on creating these affiliate websites. And what they do is they focus on a product or a product line. And then they start building content about, like I said, the best barbecue. Then they start going to barbecue manufacturers and they say, hey, how much would you pay me if I brought you customers from my website? So that barbecue manufacturer would say, hey, it doesn't cost me anything. So whatever, I'll give you 20% of whatever customer you bring me, or 5% or 8%. And so they built these affiliate websites. Make sense so far?
Kind of. I mean, are you just saying that it's the same customer that's buying barbecue that wants my business?
No, I'm asking you to follow my analogy of how SEO works for the majority of agency work. So an affiliate website, if I'm some guy in whatever, Bangladesh, and I want to start making money on the internet, I start building these affiliate websites and I start contacting these individual manufacturers. And then I start negotiating how much they're going to pay me for every one of those people who comes from my website to their purchase page.
All right. Got
Make
it.
sense?
Yes, now
Okay.
It makes sense.
Okay, so now what's happened is that market has exploded with AI content. And when I say exploded, I'm talking billions of pages, billions in the last year alone.
Wow.
Of where these affiliate websites, because AI has become so cheap that, remember that guy in Bangladesh who needs money, he can make 1,000 website pages per day using AI. So what that has done is cratered that market. It's become hyper competitive, and basically it's so tough. So what have those guys decided to do? They've decided to move into the local SEO market. And that means your inbox from now is going to be exploding if you're a local business owner with all of these super low cost, in quotes, SEO experts. So what that means for you is that you're going to see $100 a month or $5 a month or $20 a month for SEO to rank your site number one. All of those guys are moving into local SEO because they know there's a lot of business owners who are desperate. So that desperate feeling, that's what they prey upon. So for you as a local business owner, I want you to realize you have to vet these agencies. Probably in the next month or so, I'm going to be doing another episode or two on how to vet an agency. We've done them in the past if you want to go back and listen to those episodes, but definitely what I said then is even more relevant now in this coming year. Okay?
Yep.
All right. Next, ChatGPT has already shown something called Search GPT. Search GPT is going to be taking Google's market share away because what it is, it's another search engine that ChatGPT is investing in. And it will have a major impact because it will give you answers, it will give you sources, and it will give you the ability to ask follow-up questions. So that means if I want to do something, instead of going to Google and then have Google give you whatever 10 or 20 pages where you might find the answer that you're looking for, that Search GPT will find the answer for you, and that's where your search will end. So as a local business owner, you're going to have to make sure that your website and your web presence is geared to give information to that AI. That means using proper heading structure. Take a look at our previous episode on that one. And proper schema are going to be vital for your website and for getting noticed on that Search GPT. Okay?
Yeah, I'm excited.
So if you don't do that, then your competitors will. Of course, they're going to have these agencies who tell them the same thing. So this is a big deal. Search GPT is going to come, and it's going to be a wave. And Google is already responding, but it might not be something that they can handle, or they might have to introduce their own version of it, which is what I think they'll do.
Yeah.
Okay. Whew. All right. Any questions so far? So that's 2.
No. I think
okay.
So far so good.
So that AI part of this is really, really something I can't overstate. So take those 2 into account very, very seriously in your next kind of your idea about marketing in 2025 for your local business. Next one. Google started a few years ago this is also related to AI, so you're going to have to follow this one too. A couple years ago back, Google started saying, hey, we want to know who is writing this content for your website. We want to have a trusted brand who we know is an actual person who is actually writing these articles. So that brand identity is something when we are writing articles for a client, we're going to make sure we have to have that client's input and their face, their LinkedIn page, all of that stuff in that author part of the website, that about us part. The reason is because Google is fighting these waves of AI created content. So imagine you have this wave of fake stuff or AI created stuff coming at you. You want to know whatever information we're giving is from a real person.
Sure.
So from a real brand. And what that means for you, they will give you as a brand, your business as a brand, more higher rankings if you are locally prominent. What that means is making sure that your website, of course, is mentioned on as many social platforms as you can get it on. So make sure you have a Facebook page, make sure you have an Instagram page, make sure you have a LinkedIn page. And yeah, we're going to start asking our clients to start posting on these much more regularly. When that happens, Google tracks the traffic from those platforms. Getting your business mentioned on those other platforms too, Google will track that as well. So the more of those name brand searches that your business shows up for. So for example, if your business is ABC Plumbing, you want to make sure that you have as many mentions of ABC Plumbing across all of those platforms as you can. You want to have as many as you can out there. Why? Because that signals to Google that you are a trusted brand. You're not an AI wave of content. So, make sense, Jamie? Or
It does make sense. Yep. It's
okay.
kind of going back to the basics is what you're.
Well, it's just trying to, when we're building our local authority, our local ranking, it does come down to that trust factor. So Google is kind of extending that trust from you to their user, that searcher. So you want to make sure that you make it as easy as possible for anyone to trust that you are a real business. So if you are a local business, start doing YouTube videos, start doing podcasts, start doing TikToks, start sharing content on Facebook that you create. Start doing all of these. Think of yourself as a brand. And the more that you do like that, the more your local competition will basically be put in the dust. So remember, you only need to outrank your local competition if you're a local business. So if you're a real estate agent, you don't need to rank higher than every real estate agent in America. You just need to outrank your local competition. So having all of these brand mentions of you and your business, that's only going to make sure that Google recognizes that you're trustworthy. And then that they reward that with more and more business.
Whew. For how much longer?
Well, this will also be, it couldn't hurt. I got to tell you, man, because the AI chat there, what Search GPT is also going to be looking at all these places as well. So the more that you do this now, the more that you distance yourself from your competition by doing this. I mean, it's a no-brainer. If you're not doing it, start doing it because it will make a difference.
For now.
Thank you, Mr. Pessimistic. I don't see.
It just keeps, it's constantly changing, which is good. It's just, that's why I was saying that. How long do you think, if you make these changes, that they would actually make an effect and keep you in the same, keep you going?
I think for the next 20 years, this is very important because I don't see another way of doing this with our current set of technology that we have available. So having a search engine, yes, things change. Having that search GPT, things change, but they all need to be based on something that they can trust. And how do you build that trust is showing people that you are trustworthy. And so as a business owner, that's something you have control over. I know you might be an introvert, but too bad. If your competitors are doing this, they're definitely doing it for a reason. So you should, if you're listening to this podcast, you're already, keyed into this. So make sure you do it. Start now. Make a list. I think we do have past episodes where we've talked about how to do all of this stuff. So go to our website, do a search, and you'll be sure to find some good ones in there.
Excellent. Okay. I won't ask any more questions.
That is all.
All right. Very good. I want to know you anymore, but it is interesting.
I appreciate that.
There's a whole nother round of things we must do to stay in business. So I'm glad this one will last us for 20 years, according to Adam. With that, if you have a question about this podcast or any of the topics, feel free to go to our webpage, magnifiedmedia.net, click on the podcast button, and then any search term that Adam was mentioning. If you want to check for those previous podcasts, feel free to put that search term in, and those podcasts will populate. And then if you still have questions, go to our LinkedIn or Facebook page, Local SEO in 10, and feel free to message us with any questions, concerns on potential topics that you would like to see us cover. That'd be great. We're not promising we'll get to them, but hopefully we will. And if you enjoyed this podcast, please share it out to your other fellow business owners. And then also give us 5 stars or thumbs up wherever you're listening to it. It really helps our ranking and really helps Adam get the message out to other business owners. So thank you very much, and we will talk to you next week. Thanks, Adam.
That's all for now. Thanks for listening to this episode of Local SEO in 10 with Google local marketing expert Adam Duran. Join us each week for answers to your questions on how to best harness the power of the internet to grow your business. Speaking of questions, got some? Message us through our Facebook page, Local SEO in 10, and we'll be sure to give you your answer on an upcoming episode. This episode of Local SEO in 10 is brought to you by Magnified Media, the leading online marketing agency in Northern California, who invite you to grow your business by magnifying your online visibility and credibility. Visit them on the web at www.magnifiedmedia.com. Magnify your business, magnify your profits.